What's the most satisfying way you've ever caught a cheater? My fiancé David and I were planning our dream wedding for 8 months. Everything was booked. The venue cost $15,000, the flowers another $3,000, the photographer was charging $4,000. I was so excited to marry my soulmate. We'd been together for 4 years and I thought he was the one, until I discovered he was cheating with his manipulative ex-girlfriend Sarah for the entire 6-month engagement. I discovered it when his phone kept buzzing during our romantic anniversary dinner with notifications from work emergency. But when he went to the bathroom, I saw Sarah's name with heart emojis and messages about how they couldn't wait until after his pathetic little wedding charade was over so they could finally be together publicly without hiding. Sarah had written, "Just 2 more weeks of pretending and we can get rid of the dead weight." I was absolutely devastated and wanted to confront him immediately. But my best friend Jess convinced me to get creative. Since our wedding was in exactly 2 weeks and everything was already paid for, including the non-refundable deposits, I decided to hatch the most beautiful revenge plan that would give them exactly what they deserved. First, I called Sarah pretending to be David's wedding planner, using a fake voice, and told her there was a last-minute surprise change. David wanted her to be his special secret guest at the ceremony. I gave her all the wedding details, the time, location, and specifically asked her to wear white because David wanted to make a very special announcement about their relationship. She was practically squealing with excitement, thinking David was going to dramatically leave me at the altar for her. Meanwhile, I secretly changed my wedding dress from the gorgeous white gown David had seen to a stunning burgundy dress I'd bought as a backup, and told my family there was a surprise plan but didn't give them details. I also worked with my maid of honor to print out every single text message screenshot and organize them chronologically for maximum impact. On the wedding day, Sarah showed up early wearing an absolutely stunning white designer dress that probably cost more than my car, looking like she was ready for her own wedding, while I wore my burgundy dress that David had never seen. When Sarah strutted into the ceremony during the processional music, David's face went completely white like he'd seen a ghost, and all 200 guests started whispering and pointing, wondering who this woman in white was. Instead of traditional vows, I had prepared a special speech thanking everyone for coming to witness this important day where we celebrate honesty, loyalty, and commitment. Then I dramatically pulled out a thick folder of printed screenshots and announced, "Before we continue, I'd like to share some beautiful love letters that have been written recently." I started reading their text messages aloud to the entire congregation in my sweetest voice. David wrote to Sarah last Tuesday, "I can't wait until this wedding nonsense is over so we can stop sneaking around like teenagers." And Sarah replied, "Just think of it as an expensive goodbye party for your pathetic fiancé. I'll wear white to celebrate." The entire room gasped audibly, and David tried desperately to grab the microphone from my hands, but my 6-foot-tall brother Jake tackled him to the ground. I continued reading more messages while David was pinned down. Sarah texted yesterday, "I can't believe you're actually going through with marrying that boring cow. Just dump her already." And David replied, "After the honeymoon, I'll file for divorce and we can be together openly." At this point, half the guests were laughing and the other half looked horrified. I announced that since everyone was already here dressed up and the $10,000 reception was completely paid for, we should definitely still party. But instead of celebrating a marriage, we'd celebrate my freedom from a pathological lying cheater. The DJ immediately started playing "I Will Survive" by Gloria Gaynor, and within minutes, half the guests were on the dance floor cheering and dancing while David and Sarah slunk out together in their matching white outfits, looking absolutely humiliated. My maid of honor had secretly filmed the entire thing and posted it on social media, where it went completely viral with over 3 million views within a week. David lost his marketing job because his conservative boss was at the wedding and saw everything. Sarah got dumped by her actual boyfriend, who she'd been cheating on with David, when he saw the viral video online. 6 months later, I'm happily dating someone new who treats me like a queen, while David and Sarah broke up after 2 months because, surprise, neither of them could trust each other. And they're both still single and miserable. Sometimes the best revenge is just giving someone exactly what they asked for.